Here's another belt that needs shortening. It's the same customer as we just did one for. It's 95 millimeters. So we're going to measure from the end of the fold there down to 95 millimeters. And that's where our fold needs to be on the next bit. And then we'll just measure from that fold to the end of the belt, 60 mils. So that is where we're going to cut it, which is right underneath that keeper, which is not helpful. That's all right, we can open it up and get it straightened up. Get in there with our trusty little knife. Slide the keeper down the belt so that we definitely keep that on. Right, we'll slide the buckle down there, we want to keep that as well. So that's a bit easier to do now. No, we'll just check our 95 is in the right place. It was going to be from there around. Well, this is a little trickier. I thought, right, yep, 95, that's in the right place. And then from there to the end of the belt was going to be 60. Yep, still 60. So the end of the belt is going to be right there under the keeper. And they've done a pretty rough job of that at the factory, so we will just get into it and do it nice and square. Square the belt up with the grid on here. Get the ruler straight, plenty of pressure on it, and score across there. And then cut a bit further through, and then the job's done. Get rid of some loose threads. There's always one more there. And the belt, oh yeah, feels like you'd really want to thin it out a bit, but it wasn't before, so let's not get carried away. Just going to move that back a fraction and make a silver line. So put some glue on it without getting the silver line visible later on. That buckle is going to slide back up to the bend. The keeper is going to slide back to the middle. Then that is going to go on there like such. It's going to be quite the little challenge to stitch this one. It's ironic. I've got to go and change the thread on the stitcher now. Here's our stitcher. It's currently got black thread. We're going to change the bobbin to white. That into there. Hold the thread, pull it to the top. I'm going to cut the thread off on this little razor cutter there. Select the white one. And tie a nice simple overhand knot. Hold a bit of tension on the back so it goes through smoothly. Snip that off cleanly. I was throwing that thread in the bin if you're wondering where it's going. Start in the middle. Kinda. I'm just going to set it so the foot's coming up a bit higher. Stitch will stop just nicely before that edge. I get these threads and pull them up nice and tight so we've got bumps either side, and pull them out of the way so we don't stitch over them. Usually would use the motor, but I don't know, I just feel like doing it by hand while everyone's watching. And just going to create a little bit more tension down on the foot because it just pulled up before. And just to the middle there, one stitch. Cut those off while they're under a bit of tension. And we'll trim off those old threads from the start. So about this point you really think, where's the keeper? No, there's the keeper. So now we're going to get that keeper to get out of the road so we can stitch on the other side here. without scratching anything. That's the other issue. Now I'm just going to pull those threads up, because what we're getting here is it's springing apart and it's making those threads from the start be a bit mischief. Pull those a bit tight, keep them out of the road, and we'll go back in the same holes. Keeps it stronger, makes it look tidier. Stop with the foot up so we can turn easily. There we go. Cut that thread off. Cut these other threads. And another job well done. It's all shortened, reasonably straight looking. It's a Repertoire belt, handcrafted, full grain leather, made in New Zealand. Hang that up with the other one, and we're on to the next job.